Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Court is on the record in City County versus Johnny R. Gregory, case number 25 TRD 601. This is a new case that was just involving a traffic citation issued on July 9th, 2025. It's actually set for an initial appearance hearing on Tuesday of next week, but Mr. Gregory is here on other cases in 25 TRD 26 and 25 TRD 386. He's here for a review hearing, and we thought we would just have him be arraigned on the new charge at this time. So, Mr. Gregory, I'm going to address the new citation that was just issued. You received a copy of it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to read you your rights with respect to this new citation issued on July 9th. You do have a right to be informed of and to understand the nature and the elements of the charge filed against you. You also have a right to know the potential penalties that could be imposed. You are charged with one count of driving under suspension. That is a first-degree misdemeanor. If convicted of this offense, you face a maximum 180 days in jail, a maximum fine of $1,000. Is there an accident involved?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to advise you, if there was an accident involved and there's someone who suffered loss as a result of the accident, and the only reason I'm mentioning it is because the officer cited a report number on the ticket, which to me is he didn't check the box of whether it's an accident or not. But anyways, if you did not have insurance on the vehicle and you were the reason for the loss to the other party, I could order you to pay up to $5,000 of restitution. If you're convicted of this offense, you also face a license suspension of up to 1 year. Do you understand the consequences you face if convicted of this offense?
Yes, sir.
Also, traffic-related offenses or convictions do involve the Bureau of Motor Vehicles. If you are convicted of a traffic-related offense, we will send a record of conviction to the Ohio Bureau of Motor Vehicles. It will become part of your record, and points may be assessed against your license for any moving violation. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent and not to say anything during this hearing that might incriminate yourself. Any statement you make could be used against you. You also have a right to a trial to the court. Because you are charged with an offense that carries a possible jail sentence, you also have the right to a jury trial, provided that you timely file with the court a written demand for a jury trial. At trial, you have the right to confront and ask questions of any witnesses who would testify against you. You also have a right to use the court process to secure the attendance of any witness who you would want to testify on your behalf. At trial, you have the right to be proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt and a right not to testify. You also have a right to have an attorney represent you in this proceeding. And because you are charged with an offense that carries a possible jail sentence, you do have a right to court-appointed counsel and to have a lawyer assigned to represent you only if you cannot afford one. If you do qualify for court-appointed counsel, there is a $25 application fee and a $50 cost reimbursement assessment that apply. You also have a right to a continuance of this initial appearance hearing in order to retain the services of your own attorney or to consult with your own lawyer. If you are convicted of any of the or of this charge or any related offense, you have a right to appeal the conviction or sentence. That must be done within 30 days of the conviction, and you would be entitled to a court-appointed attorney in the Court of Appeals if you receive a jail sentence and cannot afford a lawyer. Now, if you plead not guilty today to this charge, I will set this case for further proceedings after today, and I will set a bond. The bond is set by the court to ensure your appearance at all future proceedings, and today you have the right to a reasonable bond. If you are not a citizen of the United States, you're hereby advised that conviction of the offense to which you could be pleading guilty or no contest may have the consequences of deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or denial of naturalization pursuant to laws of the United States. Mr. Gregory, you have 3 plea options available to you with respect to this charge of driving under suspension. You can either plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, that is a complete admission by you to the offense charged. If you plead guilty, the court will find you guilty and then I will impose sentence. The second option is you can plead not guilty. If you plead not guilty, that is a denial by you to the offense charged. And as I said earlier, if you plead not guilty, I'll set your case for further proceedings after today and I will set a bond. The third option is you can plead no contest. If you plead no contest, that is not an admission of your guilt, but it is an admission by you of the truth of the facts alleged in the complaint filed against you. If you enter a plea of no contest, this court will find you guilty and I will impose sentence without any evidence being presented against you. However, the plea of no contest cannot be used against you in any later civil or criminal proceedings. Mr. Gregory, do you have any questions regarding the rights or plea options I've just explained to you?
No.
With respect to this charge of driving under suspension, a first-degree misdemeanor, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Court will accept your not guilty plea. Are you asking the court to consider appointing an attorney to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any source of income?
Yes, sir. I got laid off and they shut the plant down. They opened it back up a while back, a couple months ago, and they ain't called me back yet or nothing.
You talking about General Aluminum?
Yeah.
So you have no unemployment income or anything coming in?
They gave me one unemployment. I got secured my present screwed half my unemployment.
All I'm asking is if you have any source of income right now. Okay, I do find you qualify. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you in this case. So you're here for a review hearing on the other cases. You haven't made any payments on the other cases. I ordered back in February 19th that you pay all fines and costs in these other cases no later than April 30th, 2025. I extended that deadline, gave you the opportunity to perform community work service in lieu of fines and costs. That form was provided to you.
I have that right here.
So you have done some community work service?
Yes, I had in my vehicle the last time I come to court. I got it, and he told me just to bring it up the next time I come in for my review.
Okay.
And that's when I got, a week later, that's when I got pulled over, driving out of suspension for the fine and stuff I was supposed to done. I had right here.
Okay, well, let me see. Let me see your community.
That's my understanding. That's why I got pulled over for driving under suspension.
Yeah, I've already appointed an attorney to represent you. You pled not guilty to the driving under suspension new case. I'm not going to. I haven't set bond yet, but okay. So, Pontiac Manor, 18 hours.
And there's another one further down.
Who's my mother's house? Who's my mother's house?
Oh, it's a couple of old people, couples I held out up there. With their groceries, taking the trash out.
See, you submitted this on one of our forms, and on the attachment that's not on here.
No.
I don't know what happened to that document that has the pre-approved agencies in which you can. I don't know why people don't follow instructions. you know, do you have permission from me to go and do community work service at my mother's house? Whoever that mother is, I don't even know who wrote it. I can't even read this. Or John, and then somebody writes, John helped me shopping, carried groceries to my apartment. Great guy. A signature. Who is this? 4 hours to carry groceries to apartment? And then John helped me. Somebody wrote me, John helped me something. I can't even write it. People's writing. Like this document that you gave me is a part of the rest of the documentation that was submitted. And the documentation that isn't, you have that?
I had it, but I couldn't find it.
Well, you could come back up here and find it because you didn't follow instructions. It says, fill in the name, date, and location of community service. At the conclusion of your service, ask the supervisor to sign his or her name. Return. Conneaut Municipal Court approved community service organizations. Connie Human Resource Center, Corpus Christi Parish, Rock Christian Fellowship, New Leaf United Methodist, Connie Historical Museum, Animal Protective League, Gateway Outdoor Learning, Good Shepherd Lutheran Church, Connie First Assembly, Living Water Baptist Church. These are pre-approved. If you wanted me to approve of a different organization, like the Conneaut Manor, you can come to me, ask me for permission, and then I would review it. And then if I granted you permission, you'd be getting credit. And then I don't know who these other people are. I'm not accepting these.
I'll redo my community service. I mean, I've been trying. I lost my car, and a lot of my paperwork and stuff was in the car. And I've been looking for work. I try to end COVID. I get this interview for this job. I haven't been in trouble over here in years. I've been trying to stay out. So I tried, because I didn't know I was driving under suspension. If I knew I had lost my license before then, I would have been behind.
I don't want to talk about the driving under suspension case that you just pled not guilty to, and I appointed the attorney to represent you. I don't want to talk about that. How long have you been unemployed now?
About 6 months.
What have you been doing?
Doing helping my daughter out because she broke her ankle and fractured the other one real bad. I helped her out. Been looking for work. I ain't had no calls. I got a couple interviews. I'm hoping today.
6 months. I mean, you've had since February. Since February, I gave you until February to do community work service. Even if I accepted those hours, they wouldn't have been nearly enough to pay your fines and costs through community work service. What are you doing with your time? Is what I'm asking. If you're not working, what are you doing with your time?
I'm trying to explain.
Go to a community service organization that's been pre-approved and pay your fines and costs off by helping organizations in this community that need help. I'm extending the deadline by which you're to perform community work service. Pay off your fines and costs in these other cases. You either pay them off or you can perform community work service, and I'll give you until September 30th. Bailiff or the clerk will give you a new form at the window, and use that form. And if you want to do community work service somewhere else, you write me a letter saying I'd like to do community work service at this organization. It's not a personal. It's a non-profit organization that you're going to do community work service at. We'll set this other case, driving under suspension case, for a pretrial conference when the public defender is present. You're still at 246 Park Place, I'm sorry?
Yeah, I stay between there and my daughter's.
What's the
Harbor Street.
Where do you receive mail?
My son's on Park Place. That's where my mail is.
Are you junior?
No.
Your son is junior.
Yeah.
Bond is set in the amount of $5,000 personal recognizance. Until you get things cleared up, I'm going to order as a condition of your bond not to operate or be in the driver's seat of any motor vehicle. So you go to the clerk's window, they'll give you a pre-trial hearing date, and I'll have to do a separate order extending payment in community work service until September 30th. Okay, Mr. Gregory, this case is concluded. Thank you.